Hello, welcome to Cerulean Arts Gallery. Tonight we're speaking with Judy Caldwell in conjunction with her Cerulean Collective Exhibition, which is on view now through March 9th. Hello, Judy.
Hello there, Michael.
Thanks for being here tonight.
Pleasure for sure.
So
Um,
please, tell us a bit about yourself and the show.
I thought I would give you a little bit of background. Um, I went to the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts and quite amazingly didn't have a landscape class until the third year. And while I was in the city for quite a while, I had tree deprivation, and I brought into the studio lots of birches. And I still today have tree deprivation because you can't hug a palm tree. What I have to do here in Florida is to reach into my imagination and see what comes up. A lot of the times, flowers will come up, um, just very different than when I'm painting my New England scenes, um, which we will start seeing now.
So you go back and forth between Florida and New England?
Yes, and I find myself painting at a farm in upper Pennsylvania called the Springs Hill Farm. And there I paint next to the sheep shed and just love smelling all of what the farm is. And it just brings back memories of my grandfather's apple farm. Um, I also go to Monhegan Island um, just to get in touch with my New England roots. And being in nature up there, all over the island, it just brings a sense of calm and peace being with nature. Um, so that's a little bit about me.
So this body of work, is it inspired by Florida or Pennsylvania or New
A
England
little,
or all
a
three?
little bit of everything, exactly. The first one there is a landscape, and that is very typically me. I love to paint white, and though I hate New England weather, I love painting snow. And my base colors are gray, blue, and white. And then the next piece that's more abstract, I'm using a bowl scraper there, um, which presents, it gives you very straight lines and allows you to really curve around, like that piece in the foreground, that part in the foreground in the bottom. Um, it's a whole different experience to work with bowl scrapers. I love its immediacy. Um, the next one, that smaller one, da-da-da-da. Okay, we'll go on then. Yeah, that one. Um, I don't know why this happened. This was in Florida, and a little bit of bowl scraping here too, but it just came together enough that for me there was a lot going on, and I really enjoyed the process here. And I am a mark maker through and through, and this just really spoke to me. I'm glad I stopped when I did.
Yeah,
And
you're leaving a lot of canvas exposed in these paintings.
yes, and I don't know what that is other than it gives light, gives more space to the painting, and it doesn't limit you like the edges do. Here is another bowl scraping. Um, you can see how the straight lines of that blue on the bottom left and a little bit of the um, purple um, up next to it, on top of it. Um, Again, I really do see landscape in practically everything that I paint. And to my way of thinking, this is a landscape. Um, and Very New England, could be very snowy, could be in Europe. Um, it it has a lot going for it.
So can you describe the scraper you're using?
Yeah, it's half round with a straight edge, and it's rubber, and they use it to scrape out bowls.
Oh, bowl scraper. Okay.
Yeah, and you can use the round part of it or the straight part of it.
Ah,
Um, this painting is very much Florida, very much out of my head, very much um, thinking the surroundings of leaves. And we have huge leaves here and more or less a floral aspect to it. Um, and this is painted all the way to the sides just because it needed to be that way. I have a lot of mark making there that is very different than in other places. Um, lots of bowl scraping and mark making with that also. Very little brush stroke, but it hangs together very nicely, I think. It's the star of the show, one of the stars of the show.
yes.
And here we are again, are my snow scenes. I have a thing about wanting to create a vista and allowing your eye to move through the different levels of snow there. Um, and just I love the amount of snow again that I can use to make the foreground seemingly more important than the vista, but it's the other way around. I go for the vista, the horizon line. And again, my love of gray, blue, and white. This is out of my imagination. It's here in Florida. Um, you can tell I need to be in New England, except for the snow uh, and the cold. You hung them very well, Michael.
Oh, thanks. Yes, Tina did the layout.
Uh, um, the one on the left, the teeny little one on the left, Michael had told me that I should decrease the size of my paintings, and this one certainly matched that thought. Um,
Well, it's nice to have a range.
yeah, that's true. Um, this is in the weeds, and it really does, for me, allow me to sort of sit on the side of the pond and look at what nature has to offer. It's a very calm, intricate, and intimate painting. Um, very small, what, 9 by 12 or something like that.
It's very atmospheric.
Yeah, good word. Hmm. And this is the other star of the show. This came out of me, it just flew out of me. And it certainly is all New England. It certainly is all about the snows that come, and not when it's snowing, but after the snow, when there is such a calm. And the uh, the mark making that Tina's now looking at in the background, really, you can see ski trails, another hill. It seems to me that there are two hills here. And I just know that snow scene. It's embedded in my mind um, from so many times looking out from the farmhouse we had in New England. Um, this comes with my heart. Um, this is a treat. I hope somebody ends up enjoying it as much as I did painting it. Now, here we go on to something very different. I got into recognizing and accepting. Let me turn on the light. Um, Stopping um, with almost the first brush stroke. And the first brush stroke would be at the bottom. It's probably a 4-inch brush. And to me, it just read so much seascape. And then the sky is very lightly brushed over it. Um, and it seems as though the wind is just very gently going by. Um, but I loved being able to stop when I did to see this as a total seascape. When it just started with just one stroke across the bottom. Um,
So, have you always been able to do that, or did you have to work your way up to this?
I am known for finishing a painting 422 times. That's
Right.
why I'm saying that seascape is something that I look forward to doing more of, but I'm so likely to um, make make more of it than what it is. So I'm glad I stopped when I did.
Yes.
And here again, this is another where my brush stroke ran right across the bottom, and it left some areas in the middle of the painting, which to me felt like marshes on either side. and a path of water going to the horizon. The brush strokes are fleeting, very gentle, and it's a scene that I probably have seen so many times. Um, and yeah, so many times. Love that horizon line.
Yes, it provides just enough contrast.
Yeah, yeah. And there again, it's the um, white, blue, and black. Yeah, it's a good way to think of it, Tina. Is that all? No, we
There you
got,
have the two on the outside.
yeah. The one on the left is another, first starting out with a 4-inch brush and sweeping it across the bottom. And then with a bowl scraper, the straight edge of the bowl scraper, I love reeds and these reeds and weeds and being by the water, sitting there and contemplating all the frogs and all the life that exists in the water there. And it's framed by grasses and has my love of gray, blue, and white. And I've always hated the color green, but occasionally it sneaks in there. Um, it certainly is appropriate here. Yeah, it's tough to be a painter of landscape when you
Without
hate,
green, right?
yeah, when you hate the color green. The one on the right, this one. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3 swipes of a 4-inch, I think 4-inch brush. And the one on the bottom brush stroke, um, again, I thought I was seeing a lot of, I was enhancing with pencil, colored pencil, to make it a marsh on either side of this path. Um, and I was just fascinated that I was able to stop when I did and see what I saw and capture it just as it is without too much fussing around. But again, I love my horizon lines. I love skies like this. And it certainly does remind me of New England also. So that's all about me.
Well, thanks very much, Judy. It's a really wonderful show.
Thank you. Thank you for putting it together. I
Oh,
appreciate
a pleasure. And the show is up through March 9th. We hope people come down to check it out. And everything's also available on our website, ceruleanarts.com. Well, thanks again for being here and have a great night.
it. Okay, thanks. You as
Sure.
well.